Peter, welcome to the program. Always appreciate your time, and tell us what's the conditions like at the moment. Pretty hot around the country. No rain in the forecast either.
No, it's pretty hot around the country. We did get a little bit of relief last weekend with some rain around the country, and some spots got more than others. And I suppose a lot of people thought the dry was over, but it certainly isn't in a lot of parts of the country. And but we did see a lift in market prices last week, believe it or not. I think heading into a bit of an autumn feel about the days, and certainly the sheep prices particularly lifted quite a bit in some parts of the country. So still very good demand for stock, Mark. Sheep and cattle, very, very strong demand. So while the weather's not treating us probably as we'd like, at least the demand's still there, so our clients are still being able to move stock at pretty good prices.
So the demand there, even though probably the grass growth is not there, how does that sort of equate?
So when the grass, I suppose with the feed not being there, farmers are being a little bit cautious about, one a little bit of destocking, but secondly, just being a bit cautious about how much stock they've got on going into the autumn. They want to build up winter feed. So farmers just balancing what they want to do. But of course we have got farmers now starting to think about buying replacement stock to finish through the autumn and through the winter. So coming into that March period where we see a lot of stock transactions.
So what sales have you got coming up, Peter?
So through March, obviously the weaner cattle fairs start over the next week or so. We see them start in Northland and then around the country. A lot of traditional beef weaners being sold in those sales, and the few that have sold in the last week or so, mostly through farm-to-farm sales, private sales. Very, very strong market for the traditional beef cattle. So we're expecting the market to be strong through March, and the traditional beef guys to be well rewarded for continuing in that space. So. And
of course the report came out this week, and livestock area of PGG Wrightson in very good space.
Yeah, we are. We've had we had a slow start to the season with the wet weather. Very, very strong finish to the first 6 months, and a very, very strong January. And while February numbers are not finalised yet, look like they're going to be fairly strong too. So yeah, we've seemed to be certainly holding our own and doing pretty well across the industry. So it's very pleasing to see. Now
Bidr was something you announced last year, and it's sort of looking around. I suppose you were saying around about this time that things would get going. What is the status of Bidr? BIDR, your website?
We're starting to run some what we're calling controlled auctions. So we're keeping I suppose a number on the number of lots that we'll have, and also the number of buyers that we'll have at sales. So we will be starting to run those, and we've got sales booked for March, April, May, and you'll start to see some marketing material around that probably from over the next week or 10 days just about those sales. But I suppose our plan is to have a big launch at the National Field Days of the fully functional system. We have got a functioning system now, but we're just gradually, I suppose, ramping it up, and we're certainly seeing some good interest from some of our clients and some of our buyers around what the opportunities are to use that system. So yeah, looking forward to seeing it out in the marketplace. It's been a couple of years, or nearly 3 years in the making. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing it out there.
Can you explain the principle behind Bidr, what it will do?
Well, Bidr, I really describe it as a virtual sale yard. It's an online auction. Lots the same as you'd see in the sale yard, but instead of having to go to the sale yard to see them, you can see everything online. You can register to be a bidder online. Agencies can register to buy and sell on the system. So it's I describe it as a virtual sale yard, except you don't need to go to the sale yard. Farmers don't need to take their stock to the sale yard, and they can do it all the transactions can be done online. And it's a live auction, Mark, so people can go on and bid as if they were bidding at the sale yard. But instead of putting their hand up, they push the bid button on their screen. I
imagine it's quite a sea change, really. It looks like an exciting future for it.
Yeah, it is. It'll be quite a change to the industry. And if we see the uptake overseas, the uptake generally has been, people have got used to it. And then if we see countries like Uruguay, where a significant number of the stock now are sold through this method in Uruguay, and in parts of Australia and also in the United States. So the technology is working well in other parts of the world, and I'm sure that over time it'll work well in New Zealand.